Hey, Robbins here, founder of Technology Marketing Toolkit with a new video lesson, and I'm going to be talking about how do you make sure you avoid taking on clients that you simply cannot make happy and who end up being a major pain in the rear, blaming you and causing you a lot of angst without equal payment. Now, I want to tell you a story. I had a private client come to me a few months ago. Anyway, it turned into a major festering turd of a project, and I won't mention any names to protect the troubled, but there are lessons here that I thought I would share with you so at least some good can come of this. So about 6 months ago, a new private client hires me to work on a marketing project for them. And as always, I had a strategy call with them where I helped them clarify the goals of the campaign and pointed out where this project could go off the rails or otherwise fall apart. So we get our game plan together and we get started. Now, just so you know, this client had 0 successes before. So I'm literally starting from scratch. Then about a week into this project, the client informs me that we have to change our approach due to internal politics. And the changes they want to make are going to completely alter the dynamics and the results of this campaign. So of course, I communicate this to them and they seem completely unconcerned and say they still want to move ahead. So I promise to do my best, but make it very clear that the results they're hoping to achieve may not be achievable now. So here we go. So fast forward 6 months later, the campaign was a success. In fact, it's the single best result they've ever generated with a marketing campaign, period. In fact, they've never produced anything even close to what I produced in terms of results. But they're not happy. In fact, they came back and they asked me to do more work for them for free under the premise that if they can show more results, that it's going to help them get more money approved for another project with us. Now, you might be surprised, but my answer was absolutely no. We already over-delivered. We produced better results than this person has ever seen in their entire lifetime. And if that's not enough to convince their mommy or daddy to spend more money, they've got bigger issues to deal with than better marketing. And like I said, I can't provide more details without revealing this client, but there's a couple key takeaway lessons worth noting. And I'm going to outline them here for you. First of all, whenever you take on a project for a client, it's really critical that they are positively clear on what success is and how it will be measured and what steps you're going to take to get there. All right? You often find that clients have not thought this through and therefore they can't articulate what success is, which is a problem because clients who can't articulate what they want are full of ideas of what they don't want, and they're going to waste a lot of your time trying to make them happy and hit a target that you've not even defined. Second of all, if the client decides at any point to change what success is or the plan of attack on getting there, it's incredibly important to immediately notify them that this is going to impact the results. And you should not only verbally share this, but put it in writing. Even then, many clients will completely ignore this later and come back to you trying to pin a scarlet letter on your chest, demand more, simply wanting to lay the blame on you. So don't let them. And the client I'm referring to is a middle manager who's trying to cover his butt. Sorry guys, butt cover is not my job description and it shouldn't be in yours either. Now here's the biggest lesson. I should have returned this client's money the moment that they changed the scope and told them to go find someone else who's willing to play their corporate politics game, because that's what was really screwing up this project. And the moment they came back and changed the plan I gave them, I knew this wasn't going to turn out well for either of us, but I decided to go ahead and give it a shot anyway. I told myself, well, you know, they already came this far, and I figured they'd be pretty miffed if I bailed on them after they had went through getting the budget approved and my rather large fee approved. So my mistake is I thought I could turn lemons into lemonade, and that's where it went wrong. And especially since I've got more work than I can handle at this point. And that's the biggest lesson. No client, project, or opportunity, no matter how big, is worth taking on if you know it's going to fail in the end, if the client has unrealistic expectations, if there's internal politics, if there's goals that the client has. The client wants you to change your approach because they want to save money, but they still want to hold you accountable for the same results. And this is a setup for failure, and it's not only going to create tons of stress for you, but it's going to end up with an unhappy client and a lot of stress. So don't do it. And you know, it's important that you get this outlined before you sign on the dotted line. Again, no client is worth it if they are not at 100% right fit for you. And by the way, here's another little golden nugget while I'm at it. Never sell a client less than they need to get the result that they want. You are supposed to be the professional here. If they knew how to get the result on their own, they wouldn't have to hire you. But clients will try and force their agendas on you, and it's important that you stand your ground, because having responsibility for the result without having control over how you get there is a setup for failure, both for you and the client. And guess what? You're going to end up getting blamed. So don't cheapen your solution or leave out steps or components because the client wants to save time, to save money, or whatever. And the best cure for all of this is to make sure you have a great marketing system in place that feeds you a steady, predictable flow of new clients and opportunities, so you don't have to deal with the loser clients and the lame clients, and you can cherry pick the ones that you want. And if you want more marketing tips on how to get your dream clients, then make sure you subscribe to this newsletter. And of course, I'd love for you to comment below this video and let me know what your thoughts on how you avoid taking those disaster clients, those whiners, those complainers, the ones that are always screwing things up. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear how you handle this. These are just some tips from me. So thanks so much. I look forward to reading your comments.